call it, but how does it feel to get the call this time around?
It feels amazing, man. I've been working really hard, to get here again, and just to be here again. It's just something really unbelievable. You know what I mean? I feel blessed right now. Really lucky to have the opportunity, and just trying to do the best I can right now.
Does it feel any different? Last year you come up for a weekend and it is your debut, but this time it could very well be you're here to stay.
I still got my same goals, but I do really got that in my head. I really be working really hard, and all I'm trying to do now is just stay. I also got a lot of goals, and one of them right now, my top one, is just stay here and show the people what I got.
When you look around this clubhouse, there's a bunch of guys that you've been teammates with, Nick, Henry, and Andy. How does it feel for you guys to all be at the major league level now, and with the goal of helping win games here instead of Altoona or Indianapolis or Greensboro?
It's something that you don't see very often. So I feel like we're besides we are very lucky to have each other around, and it obviously brings a lot of energy for all of us, and just being around these people, they make me feel like home.
Did you know back in Altoona or Greensboro, looking at Nick and Carmen and Quinn and Henry, you knew that was going to be a good chunk of this major league team in a bit?
I don't usually have those things in my head, but I remember back then when I was in Greensboro, I first met Wojcinski. So we had this conversation, and it was a 5-minute conversation, but all he was talking about was hey, we'll be together for 10 years. I'm 10 years, that's a long time. We got to be very lucky to be together for 10 years. He's just trust it. We're going to be together for 10 years. So we'll see if he's right or not.
How many of those conversations have you had, not just with Wojcinski, but with Nick, and just guys that you've been around? I imagine you've had those conversations quite a few times.
We have it a lot. HD, he was, how he is. So he be always on my side, next to me, telling me the things that he wants to build. And one of those things is he wants us to be together. So that's one thing I've been hearing a lot from him. I mean, Andy too, Quinn too. So I feel besides all of us being different ages and all that, I feel we have the same mindset, and I feel that's going to be a big thing for us.
How much have you seen Andy develop as a catcher from last year at Altoona to this year in Indy, even though you guys were only together for a couple games?
He's been growing up a lot. He's actually very, very good. He's better than last year. One thing I was noticing this year is that he's so calm and so relaxed behind the plate and paying attention to the little things. So I feel that's his biggest thing right now. So I feel that's one thing that's going to make him shine,
How about your development defensively? Kalix talked about how leaps and bounds you'd kind of grown there.
Yeah. I've been changing my mindset a lot. One thing that used to, kind of bother me a lot, it was I got to make a play, I got to do this, I got to do that. But I feel right now it's more a white thing in my head that I don't think about nothing. I just go do the thing and enjoy the game. So I feel that's my biggest thing right now, and I feel that's what is taking me to the next level.
How much did playing second base help you as a shortstop in the sense of giving you a little more flexibility and versatility, but also maybe make you realize that short is where you wanted to be?
I feel I still need to get better at second, but being in a different position is a really hard moving type thing. But I don't take out of my head that I do want to be a shortstop. So I feel being able to play second base is giving me a lot of confidence, and just flip-flopping, it's been really good. It feels really great to have different type of views of defensive sides.